apologize for the lighting and this view that you don't see very often. However, I've had a late night decision to redo my hutch. So this is basically what I'm thinking. I've got it sketched out. I know what I want to do. The issue I have with my hutch is, as you can see here, it is very country farmhouse looking, and it was obviously, some parts of it I think were handmade. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it looks that way, and I don't know, I don't like it. It's not giving me the vibe that I want, and I've lived with it for long enough. Maybe someone's style, but it's not my style, and because of that I have created this. So basically, y'all know I love a good French Provincial design. It has always been something that I've always gravitated towards. Not necessarily Provincial, but definitely French influence. Now this is just a basic kind of sketch. I'm not sure if it's going to look like this or if it's going to look a little bit different. So this is what I have so far. Basically what I'm thinking is to create an arch. That is the main thing. When I was looking for a hutch, I was looking for one with an arch, but I couldn't find anything. So I think I'm going to make my own arch, add some crown molding, and pop off that really, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like the topper that is on it. So I'm going to pop it off, do some crown molding, add some casings to where the arch ends. That'll just give it a polished, finished look. And then this was a last minute decision. That's a maybe. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the center or not. I think at first I'm going to try it without the one in the middle, but we'll keep this in mind just in case. And then I want to add a different trim to the bottom. And I would love to paint the outside black, keeping the inside that real pretty warm wood tone because it matches my dining table. And then for the bottom, I would like to add some trim to the front of the drawers just to make them look a little bit more finished, I guess. They don't really look nice right now, so I just want to add some trim, miter those edges, that way it looks a lot better. And then for the doors, I want to cut off that ugly scalloped detail, and I just want to make that completely straight, add some molding to the inside of that to kind of frame it out. And then I'm going to add some pretty ornate knobs to the top drawers. And then I have some longer, I don't know how to explain it. I'll show you a picture of them. But I want to add some of these to this part. And then I want to, again, remove that trim piece from the bottom and add this piece. I'm thinking I want fluted. That is definitely something I want. I would love to find some fluted trim to put on each of these columns because that looks very French. However, you know, it's not a necessity, but if I can find it, that'd be perfect. If not, oh well. But I definitely want to add some fluted trim somewhere. Let's see if this little late night idea can come to life. The goods are secured. It is over 100 degrees outside and I'm dying in this little building. There is no AC in here, so I do have some fans going, so it's kind of loud. I'm very sorry. But I'm going to be adding some trim to my Hutch, so let's get into it. Okay, y'all. This would not be a DIY project if I did not make a million trips to a hardware store. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you know there's going to be several trips to Lowe's and the Lexington Peddlers Mall during this video because I am not a professional at this, and you'll see. So the first step was to remove all of this trimming. Now I need to cut my crown molding, and then we're going to apply that, and then I'm going to do like a 3/8 inch trim here, I think, or I may end up doing a 5/8 inch, but so far so good. So the crown molding didn't go the way I wanted it to. I messed it up and I didn't have extra, so we have made trip number 2 to the Peddlers Mall in Lexington to get some more pieces of crown molding. And the only reason why I am traveling to get it is because I will gladly pay $3 a piece versus $17 a piece from Lowe's. So if any of you are doing projects and you're local, this is the place to get your trim. But we cannot come to Lexington without getting Tudors for breakfast. We are waiting for the store to open, and I kid you not, I feel like every time we come here I have to buy like a new tape measure because I can never keep it in the car. So I had 2 tape measures in my purse yesterday. Today I have 0. Let's see if we can find one. Aren't they usually right here?
I mean, the last tape measure they sold was probably the one you bought here.
Secured.
How much is that?
$9.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain.
We're on take 3 for the arch. It ain't working, so I'm gonna freehand it. I'm not an artist. I hope this turns out. Finally figured out the crown molding, but it does take a lot of patience, so I'm gonna do this off camera and I will show you what I have when I'm done. Hopefully you can hear this because it's another 100-degree day in this building and I have fans going and if you can't tell, your girl is hot. But here's what I've done so far. So I made these casings last night. I cut these on a miter saw using the bevel, and I think I did 45 degrees, but I made those casings, added in my arch. She ain't perfect, but she's going to be getting some trim to go on the edge of it. So now, this is my crown piece. I'm going to add this on here, and then I'll show you guys when I have all of this attached and ready for painting. Just gonna give you guys a little progress update. So I've got the crown molding, I've got my arch cased off, and my next project is gonna be redoing the bottom of this. Now originally I wanted to put some kind of like fluted, fluted, whatever you want to call it, board here to make it just look so much better, but I cannot find it in this size. This right here is only like 1.5 inches, if that, honestly. And I cannot find anything. So I'm gonna see if I can figure something else out to do there, but I do have this fluted piece of trim. I think this is 5/8, and I think I'm gonna do this. I think that's gonna look so cute if I do that. Well, y'all, after some very careful cutting, I managed to get this, and this will be going, well, no, sorry. This piece will be going right here in this itty bitty crevice. And then I'm gonna have more to wrap around. But y'all, that was some tedious work. Thank God for pruning shears.
Last rodeo written on my back window. I've never tried this before I met you. Here we go into the wildness unknown. You seem to shift what I thought that I knew.
You guys, we are finally finished with the building phase. Now it's time for some paint. My plan for this is to do the outer parts black and keep the inside the way that it is. But if I don't like how that turns out, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we are finished with this phase. I'm so proud of myself for building it like this. Now let's get into painting.
You ever wonder if days like these last with one another, with the feeling pass?
You guys, that is such a big difference. I absolutely love it. I think it is going to be so cute. Oh, it is just so pretty. Now we need to get to doing the other side. Are you helping? You helping? No? Okay, here's a quick little update. I have the painting done for the top half, and I love it. I have decided I'm going to be adding some trim to the center one to match what is over here. So I'm going to do that, and then we will begin working on the bottom half. But I'm going to make that a surprise, so you guys will see that at the very end. Okay, let's take a look at this before, just so that you remember. It looked very country. It was obviously not a French influenced design. And now we're going to see the after. I hope you guys enjoyed this little makeover. I really love how it turned out. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think. And that is going to be it for this video, you guys. I will see you all in the next one. And thanks so much for watching. Bye!